Hello guys, it's the Adventurous Allotment here. I'm in my greenhouse today because I'm going to do this episode in the greenhouse, just to update you on stuff in the greenhouse, because previously I'd done some on outside showing you the various plants that I've got growing outside. Well, now it's the turn of the greenhouse and I've got some really good stuff in here, and stuff that's growing well, because of course in the greenhouse there's plenty of heat. At the moment it's 25 degrees in here, despite the fact that it's quite cool and rainy outside. You might be able to hear the rain on the roof just pattering away there, but yeah, so I wanted to take you through what sort of things I've got growing in the greenhouse and show you them. So basically, as I'm looking at, you'll have to forgive the mess, by the way, because I've been tidying up, but tidying up in a chaotic way, so you'll have to forgive that. But yeah, so basically what you're looking at now, straight down there, is my strawberry guava, the Psidium Cattleyana montana, and this one has flowered already. I did put it out not long ago to try and get pollinators, but I'm informed that, you know, they don't necessarily need pollinating. But yeah, it's really interesting because whilst most of the flowers dropped off on this, and this very healthy looking plant here, you think you'll agree that this is very healthy, whilst most of the flowers dropped off, there were a few that actually are swelling up and producing fruit now, and I'll try and show you them if I can without knocking them off, because there's not many. I think about 10 to 20% of them actually remained on the plant and are producing flowers, and they like this heat. So if I move out of the way, like for example, you can see the end, the calyx of one of the fruit there. If I move that out, you can see that it is swelling up. I don't want to hit that too much because I don't want it to fall off, or, you know, there's only maybe about 10 at most on this plant. Yes, I've got one here as well. Maybe that's better to see if I go in. You can see that there it is, yeah. So just there, and that's swelling up, and that's pretty much the story on this plant, is that the flower, the buds that wear flowers are swelling up. There's new growth coming on the plant, so it's a very happy plant. It's enjoying the warmth that we've got in here, and yeah, so I think this one should produce fruit in a few months, hopefully. I can't see it not doing that, but it's also growing new growth. Obviously we've got the winter coming in like 5 months or so, and it's going to be a very trying time in terms of trying to get it over the winter, because of course apparently when plants have flowered and fruited they become more tender, so it may be an issue getting this through winter looking like it is, especially if we have a cold winter. So I've got some cuttings that I've taken from this just in case, because you never know. Yeah, anyway, that's the strawberry guava, doing very well, very healthy, very happy with this year, and hopefully I get some fruit off it, and I'll be able to do a taste test and all of that, and the warmth will make it taste sweeter and all of that kind of thing. I'll come back to you when anything happens with that. The next one I'm going to show you is this passion fruit vine, and it has grown an awful lot since I planted it, obviously because of this wonderful climate in here. It's like I said, between 25 and 30 degrees, and this is the Frederick. This is a Frederick cultivar. No flowers coming on it yet. It did try at the beginning, but because it was so small and it didn't have the correct nutrients, you know, or not feeding, didn't have the correct nutrients, it did not, the flower buds basically fell off. Since then it's put all of its effort into growing leaves because I've fed it, and as you can see it looks very healthy now. So that's Frederick, as you can see there with the two, and that's going to spread along this sort of wire here. That should produce enough fruit without having to, like, you know, even if it was to cut it back. It's not a great space, it's not a big area for it to grow, but you know, I don't need much fruit. I'm just happy to have, like, you know, maybe 10 passion fruit ready to go. It's not a big problem for me. But then also here on the bottom you can see more. I've planted seeds of passiflora from a fruit, and these are likely to be hardier actually than the Frederick, so I'm going to allow them to grow up when they get bigger, and they can cross-pollinate each other hopefully. Of course, overwintering is an issue here. I feel that the overwintering issue will provide more problems than anything else, and maybe not so much with that one. I will cover that up and put more soil around it, but as for that one, I think it's touch and go whether it survives, but I've still got these as backup, so that's cool. And then below here I've got some citrus I'm bringing on in the ground. I'll just zoom in there. The one on the left there on that side is a kumquat, and the one on that side is a lemon. So yeah, they're growing nicely, you know, still young obviously, not going to be growing very big at that point. But yeah, that's that. Now, as I pan around here, you can see the tea. Remember, I had a problem with that. I had a problem with this tea plant outside. The soil wasn't very conducive to its leaf growth because it wasn't acidic enough, and the soil was very compacted. And when I dug it up, the roots hadn't really grown. But as you can see, the leaves are really looking like it's being given heat. It's being given new soil in the pot. It's ericaceous soil, so it's really starting to leaf out and produce some really good quality leaves. So what I'm going to do with that is leave it in here for the next year maybe to bush up to produce a proper plant, and then I'm going to put it back where it was, but I'm going to amend the soil, make it really suitable, put a lot of ericaceous soil, put a lot of pine bark etc in there, and make it more suitable for growing this, and hopefully it will take. The last plant I want to show you in here is this one, and if you remember this, this is actually, I consider, a mountain papaya, and it was over here in this bed because I'd originally thought it was, when it first grew, it had these two leaves, like three, how would you call it, divided leaves. Had three divided leaves like that, and I thought it was a passion fruit plant, because that's what happens. As you can see on these, they're three divided leaves, three lobed leaves I mean to say, and so basically it was like that, and I thought that's another passion fruit, and then it started developing serration like this, and then I realized actually this is not a passion flower at all. This is this looks like a papaya. And so yeah, I've left it in here in the pot. I repotted it, left it in here, and it's grown really well. It's so healthy. Have a look at it. Now I'm not sure, because I seem to recall in the past that I bought what they call a miniature papaya, a small papaya. So I don't know whether it's that I'm looking at here or whether it is the mountain papaya, because we had both in the past, but they never survived. In fact, the seed from this one, the miniature papaya, if it's that, didn't germinate for me, so it's going to be interesting. I don't know whether this is the miniature papaya or the mountain papaya, but this is the stem there, so I don't know. If anyone has any idea, then feel free to tell me. Other than that, it's just potted plants really. We've got this watermelon here, miniature watermelon called Mini Love. It's like a little variety. I'm going to let that one sort of flower, then start producing fruit, if it ever does. It might not, because I think it hasn't been pollinated, so I might have to put this outside to get pollinated. I might have to put that outside to get pollinated, and then I'll eventually, when it's producing fruit, I'll plant it in the ground outside. We've got the cactus there, which I have been doing, and we've got this yuzu here, which I've kept in the greenhouse since I got it, and it's now starting to grow nicely. That's just a normal yuzu, not grafted. They're probably better for this climate actually. Various other plants here. Those cuttings of the Brazilian fuchsia I took, they're starting to grow now. That's great news. Other than that, that's it really, and that's our that is the greenhouse, the state of the greenhouse at the moment. Everything is doing well, and especially the fruit crops. I'm very happy about that. It's all good. So oh, here we go. Here's the pest and disease some moth has got in here or something. You have to open these to make sure, because they wind it in silk and shut them. Yeah, as you can see, that is the telltale. I think it's a silk moth or something like that, and it's very annoying because it just closes all the leaves. Anyway, that's it. That's all. I'll leave that video here now. Thanks for watching this. It's been as you can see, everything that I need to grow in here, like the tea and the fruit and the passion fruit, it's doing very well at the moment, and hopefully it will continue doing so, and we'll get some fruit. And when I do, I'll come back to you and give you another video on that. So thanks for watching, and I'll be back with another video soon. Thank you, and please subscribe and like this, and recommend it to someone if you know, if they like this sort of thing. So alright, I'll see you next time. Okay.